It's Madden NFL 23. And at center stage, it's the Raiders' rocket arm quarterback. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Raiders and the Monarchs, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the London Monarchs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fields it right around the goal line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the third down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that when they knew where the first down marker was, and they decided whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the first down. Excellent tackling right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Back to throw now on first down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. It's a pretty nice throw right there from the rookie. And this, of course, is game number 2 of his NFL career. His guys did not get the win, Charles, in the opener. But what did you see from him last week?
Well, I think all things considered, he played pretty well, and I don't think I'd pin the loss on him. But there's no question, this is a learning process, and that was step one, and he's hoping on the road to glory.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd.
He'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Evan McPherson for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Here's Jake, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. A nice pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Trying the power game with Ham. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll look to throw. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6-0 our score after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Jacobs going to try the middle. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is White on the screen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. London about set to take over on offense. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. They're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that. Because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well. All right, if you're kicking field goals, that's great. But your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get 6s. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Not ambrosia. I'm trying to erase this deficit.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, they'll throw. He hits Adams complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Back to throw again. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good, and they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now back to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Yeah, that was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete here. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll look to throw again. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit, where you see the final score there. Jared Goff, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the Pacific Northwest to check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Aaron Rodgers, 3 touchdown passes as his guys moved to 2-0 on the young season. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, on the other side,
they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And 6 yards to go.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 20-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And the passing game's been struggling a bit today, and that was the latest example. Haven't been getting much yardage out of it, and now on his back after the last play, he faces 3rd and long.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
For the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Once again, it's Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He's brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. And that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask the defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting the sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And out will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's the option going right. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Holding offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. He'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
On 1st down, they'll run it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's caught here by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Back to throw now on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 2nd and 6. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them try for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 32-yard line. They're going to look to throw. There's Mooney with another catch. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Complete to number 19. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
7-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here by 2, 12-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. 62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He sets to fire deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in, and they'll work this down inside the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw again. And that's complete to Adams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Running is Jacobs. Oh, a good move at the fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. It's going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, meanwhile, after the dust settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Here's Jacobs, and he is going to lose yardage here. The Raiders trying to move quickly, trying to get everybody back to the line. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
London about set to take over on offense. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers. Anyone who's going to lay down a block, Don't let there be penetration because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down. They'll drop to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Pulled in at the 24. The Raiders now set to get the football back. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of trunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jacobs, and he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on third down and move it closer. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So add 3. All told, after the safety, it's a 5-point swing. And that could have turned out much worse.
Well, you don't want to say no harm, no foul, but I do believe you're right. A 9-point swing hurts. 5 points, much more manageable, especially in a tight game like this.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now Las Vegas down by a field goal. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And that won't help much. Only a yard on first down. That's taken in by Knox. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. He's got Mooney. Pushes him over. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Las Vegas, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they'll drop to 0-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.